on Channel 6 News Weekend Edition, Waco police are investigating after a fight and a stabbing turned into a deadly officer-involved shooting. Plus, Vocal Majority is performing at Midway ISD tonight to raise awareness for a rare genetic disorder. We have a look at the event straight ahead. Plus, after taking a break for daddy duty, Zach Scott is back with us and ready to dish about the newest addition to his family. Channel 6 News Weekend Edition starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Imani Payne. One man is dead tonight and another is recovering in the hospital after a fight that escalated into a stabbing led to an officer-involved shooting. It marks the third officer-involved shooting in Central Texas this week. Now, it happened overnight at the Deluxe Inn in Waco. A caller told police a man armed with a knife damaged his room and was trying to break into another room. When officers arrived, they found a fight had broken out as a result of that man trying to break into that other hotel room. The suspect then ran from police. An officer and a bystander chased him down. The bystander tackled the man to the ground but was then stabbed by the suspect multiple times. That's when an officer shot the suspect.
Our officer that arrived on scene began to give commands immediately, but that individual failed to comply with the commands, and so our officer fired rounds at the individual.
Both the bystander that was stabbed and the suspect that was shot by police were taken to the hospital. The suspect has since died from his injuries. Now, that bystander is still recovering. The involved officer has been placed on administrative leave as the investigation into the incident continues. A man caught on camera robbing a Killeen bank has been arrested after an 8-hour SWAT standoff. The Bell County Sheriff's SWAT team arrested Kevin Smith early this morning. He's accused of robbing the First National Bank in Killeen on Friday. He sped off from the scene in a pickup truck. Authorities say once they found an address for Smith, negotiators were sent out to try and bring him in. And after an 8-hour standoff, the SWAT team broke into the home and took Smith into custody without incident. He's currently being held in the Bell County Jail on a hold for the FBI. Well, it's time now for a first check of our weather. I felt a few sprinkles earlier today. Meteorologist Zach Scott is standing by. And Zach, am I going to need to pull out the umbrella?
Yeah, well, look, here you go, Imani. Do I even need to tell you?
No. I don't want to hear it, actually.
Yeah, you're going to need the umbrella. Well, I'll break it down for you anyway.
All right, thanks, Zach. One person has been arrested and the search continues for two others after more than 30 cars were broken into in a quiet Nolanville neighborhood. The break-ins happened between December and February in the Ridges neighborhood. Police say the suspects broke into 37 cars and stole 2 of them. Police recovered those 2 cars in Temple. However, they are still looking for many items that were taken from the other cars, including weapons. 19-year-old Nahi Gardner has been arrested for the crime, but 2 other suspects are still free tonight. If you know anything, contact Nolanville Police. A man is dead tonight after the Lyft car he was riding in was hit by a drunk driver. That driver is now charged, and now the Harris County DA is vowing to find out where he was drinking before getting behind the wheel. The crash happened last night in Clear Lake near Houston. Authorities say 40-year-old Billy Satterfield took a Lyft home from the airport. He was texting his wife and was only 5 miles from his house when a drunk driver hit the car. Satterfield was rushed to the hospital where he later died. The Lyft driver remains there tonight in a coma. But now the Harris County DA's office is turning their attention to where the suspect was drinking before the crash.
And if you're going to take on the responsibility of selling or serving alcohol, then you have to do it safely, responsibly, and legally. Because if you don't, then we will find you and we will arrest you.
The suspected drunk driver, 21-year-old Eric DeLeon, is facing a charge of intoxication manslaughter and intoxication assault. The DA's office is also looking to charge the person who overserved the suspect at the bar that night. San Antonio police are continuing to piece together a hectic incident that has left one man critically injured. A deputy was trying to make a traffic stop on a car when the suspect jumped out of the vehicle and ran off. The pursuit moved into an RV park, and that's when the suspect pulled a shotgun from his jacket and started shooting at the deputy. That deputy then shot back, striking the 35-year-old suspect. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
Quite clear that this suspect intended to kill this deputy. These are very powerful rounds that this suspect was putting out toward our officer, but thank God the deputy's okay.
The suspect, 35-year-old Joseph Woolard, is facing multiple charges, including attempted capital murder of a police officer and evading arrest. Well, SpaceX has taken a major step forward towards launching American astronauts back into space again. The SpaceX Falcon rocket, carrying America's newest capsule for astronauts, successfully blasted off early this morning from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. On board is a life-size test dummy named Ripley, whose name comes from the Alien movies. If all goes well, Ripley should reach the International Space Station on Sunday. SpaceX Chief Executive Elon Musk says he's hopeful the capsule will be ready to carry people later this year. Well, still ahead on Channel 6 News Weekend Edition, Rise Up for NPS is getting underway tonight. How you can help the Jenner Richburg